We can analyze also the structure, so the centrality, ranking of nodes, clustering, modular structures or communities that I think is very, very important, because communities, the creation of communities or sub-communities is very important for the resilience, for the existence over time of the same network. And then finally, the degree correlations. This is a draft. This is how I imagine to continue this kind of study, taking into account also the ecosystem, social network, economic network, and then payment system, bilateral credit clearing system. From one side, we have stock, and from this side, we have the flow that are going to create. And that is why this is for the scheme for bilateral credit clearing system, and you see for each agent I, stock of credit line received by each partner J, and not fungible. Then this is for multilateral credit clearing system, and yeah, you see the stock is changed because in this way the stock of every agent I is the stock of credit lines received by partner J, and it is fungible. It is fungible. The second methodology I will use, and I will use in this study, in this research project, is agent-based stock flow consistent macroeconomics. It's a very brand new methodology, and usually adopted in complexity economics field. It's a very heterodox field of economics. And it was used, it's very, very often used in post-Keynesian approach. So I don't know if one of you knows Steve Keen. However, stock flow consistent macroeconomics means that stock flow consistent means that every financial stocks is recorded as liability from someone and asset for other one. A perfectly suited tool for modeling endogenous money. So in fact, this is used for which is the for theorists of endogenous money, theory of endogenous money. Agent-based model is geared around the conception of the economy as a complex adaptive system. Agent-based models have proven to be well suited to explain the emergence of financial fragility. Yeah, you see there are this is the literature I used until now, up to now. Okay, how to test the robustness, testing robustness and resilience. From one side we have random failure and attack tolerance. Sorry. The difference is that in this case we choose one node randomly, and we try to see, using numerical simulation, how the network will work. And instead for attack tolerance is when you choose your node, you choose exactly the larger degree node, the largest degree node. So the bigger node, we take the big node and we throw away. I don't know. Okay. So you see that there are very different. I don't know how many minutes I have. 5, 6. Okay. So I don't go to the details, but yeah. According to, okay, can you see it? Okay, okay. I will try to recap. From one side we have a scale-free network, perfect scale-free network. From the other side we have a perfect random network. What we can see from this graph is that scale-free networks are very, very robust to attack tolerance, and on the other side, random networks are very, very robust to random failures. This is very useful in order to test the robustness of a bilateral and multilateral credit clearing system, because adopting a failure propagation model, we test how much we try to find the critical threshold from which the bilateral and multilateral credit clearing system can work. In order to get this, I think that this critical threshold is very important in order to study, to evaluate the topology a network is using. The supercritical regime for a small average degree of the node. The perturbation-induced measure breakdown. A single node can put several of its neighbors over the threshold, triggering a global cascade. That is what I said before. Multilayer resin. According to the if you want to adopt a multilayer or a multiplex analysis, we must take into account that the robustness of multilayer networks can be in multilayer scenario, conclusion and prediction are very far different. If a network is interdependent with other networks, its robustness properties can be strongly affected. And we can define resilience as the ability of a network to maintain its main topology structure, that is, its functionality, under the action of some kind of damages. What else? Okay, this is the model I adopted, 3 minutes, okay. I adopted to study the robustness and resilience of a multilayer approach, that is the cascade of failures model. And according to this, I don't want I don't want to go in details, but we can calculate what is the critical threshold, and then we can study, analyze the topology we get. So expected results. Okay. So the question, of course, the starting question was, can we maximize the robustness of a network to both random failures and targeted attacks without changing the cost? The answer at the moment, theoretically, yes. In fact, from one side, we have the proof that adopting a bimodal distribution. Bimodal distribution means that there are bimodal distribution means that there are the small degree node that has the same degree, and a high degree node which have the same degree. And the result is this: the hub and spoke topology. That means that there is just one hub, and there are, as you can see, there are small degree nodes that have the same degree, the same importance. And next, this is the complete graph, also called the Mystic Rose. That means that each node is linked to every one node. And I think that this is a very interesting intuition, because this means that everyone is essential, no one is necessary. That is the opposite principle of Lever's division. So I think that, in my opinion, this is very interesting, because this means that everyone contributes with his or her uniqueness in the community. And I think that is I finished. Thank you.
I forgot to say one thing. You had completed in the program, and you said, well, it should have been testing robustness and resilience of bilateral and multilateral credit clearing. It's perhaps a good summary now of your presentation. Questions, please. I think we can do it without a mic.
Can we get your slides? Congrats on the slides, by the way. The best presentation I've seen so far today.
Yes, of
In
course.
terms of PowerPoint.
Of course. The question was if I can send you my slides. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
And just simply also, is this part of your master's, or are you doing that on the side?
Yeah. I'm still. I'm working as a research assistant for free at the moment. But yeah. My
Your master's thesis this.
also. Yeah. It's a part of master thesis and a part of research project because my research project is particularly focused on multi-layer network and possible approach on social network, economic network, financial network. It's a very new field, and in Italy there are just as long as I remember, there are just some studies about the author was Deligatti and Deligatti and others. There are maybe 4 or 5 studies which are trying to use this kind of approach for financial network to test the robustness and resilience of financial networks.
Very interesting presentation. For an outsider who don't know maybe alternative methodologies, do you have any notes on that could be another result if you're applying some of, now you mentioned, I can repeat the terminology you used, do you have any examples of another outcome of bilateral multilateral robustness?
You want some example of, because I put in one slide. The slides. Okay, I will give you some source if you want, because there was in one slide, but I don't remember. Okay. No, I'm not fine. Sorry. There are some empirical studies. If this can answer to your question. Yeah, there are some empirical studies. Deligatti is one of them. There are some empirical studies, and because there are two, as you have seen, there are 2 different methodologies, and for example, Kayane and others. Kayane, you can find some studies on scale-free property in an economic network and financial network, and it's very similar to